Do y'all remember the bad boy Pistons from the late 80s and early 90s?
Take it length to the floor. He's got a foot race. Rodman's really coming hard.
Yeah,
hard.
Okay, watch this now.
In recent years, no NBA teams have truly captured that rugged spirit, likely due to the league's current officiating style. If there was one team equipped to revive a bit of that old fire, however, it'd be the Houston Rockets. I mean, their coach was ousted for inappropriate behavior in Boston and now engages in trash talk during games. One of their key players has become an NBA outcast due to his relentless antics on the court, and now even their young stars are causing a ruckus. Ladies and gentlemen, one can only speculate about the wild happenings that transpire behind the scenes of this team. But join me today as we explore the story of Tari Eason, a Houston Rockets player whose career took a significant turn following a pivotal incident on Instagram.
Warriors, come out to play!
On Friday, March 8th, the Houston Rockets faced off against the Portland Trail Blazers. At this point in the season, the Rockets were the 12th seed in the West, trailing the Warriors and Lakers, then in the 9th and 10th spots by 6 games. With only 20 games remaining in the regular season, it was a critical time for Houston to make a push if they hoped to secure a spot in the postseason.
In a balance, back to Green, right back to Şengün.
The road ahead seemed daunting, but with Alperen Şengün, one of the league's promising young centers at the helm, they believed everything would be all right. Or so they thought. They mopped the floor with the Trailblazers without any trouble, but the next challenge against the Sacramento Kings, who were equally hungry for a win, marked the beginning of trouble.
Up top here, tries to drive it. Good defense by Thompson. Sometimes it just doesn't matter.
Despite securing a hard-fought victory, disaster struck in the final minute when their star center went down with an injury.
And he ended up getting bodied and fouled. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Just like that, their playoff aspirations suffered a severe blow. Outsiders assumed their season was finished, but unexpectedly, one man stepped up to meet the challenge.
Oh, reloading, driving, flipping it up and in, and the foul. That was absolutely spectacular.
For their season opener, where they were crushed by 30 points by the Magic, to the game where Şengün was injured, Jalen Green performed exactly as everyone anticipated. Averaging 18 points per game with G League efficiency, he seemed to be just another young player struggling with the demands of NBA basketball. But then, something changed. Whether it was seeing the team's star player injured or something else that happened off the court, this man suddenly began playing like Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
You talked about some of the blown scoring opportunities in transition as Green shoots for the lead.
I mean, he transformed from posting mediocre bum-level statistics to consistently averaging superstar-level numbers, nearly 32 points per game with a shooting accuracy of 50% from the field and 47% from three-point range, on just a little over 10 attempts per game. And on top of this, his team was winning. While I haven't crunched the exact numbers, it's not far-fetched to claim that during those 9 games, Jalen Green was the best player in all of basketball.
He just lost Butler. Yeah!
Game after game, this man utterly dominated any team he faced, whether it was Victor Wembanyama's Spurs, Donovan Mitchell's Cavs, DeMar DeRozan's Bulls, the Wizards, Portland, or the rising OKC Thunder. Jalen Green was a force on the court.
Van Vliet, both these teams come up with a ton of deflections. Here comes Green, 1-on-3.
He single-handedly carried the Houston Rockets, propelling them from a lackluster 29-35 record to an impressive 38-35. At this point, the Rockets had clawed their way back from the shadows of playoff irrelevance to just one game behind Golden State for that coveted 10th seed play-in spot, likely feeling as though they were atop the NBA world. But unfortunately, just when their hopes reached their highest point, their situation dramatically worsened. I don't know if it was Coach Ime Udoka's suggestion or if Dylan Brooks had persuaded him to embrace a more controversial role, but Tari Eason, a 6'8" power forward and the number 17 pick in the 2022 NBA draft, who is out for the season due to injury, took to Instagram and unleashed chaos.
Warriors, come out to play!
Sheesh, guys. I'm going to be straight with you. When I first watched that video, this was the first thing that popped in my head. Anyway, Once Draymond became aware of the call-out, he didn't hesitate to address it directly on his podcast, stating,
"It's kind of tough to come out and play, and you're not going to play."
Following that explosive Instagram confrontation, the entire NBA world was electric with excitement. The Houston Rockets had openly challenged the Golden State Warriors, laying the groundwork for an epic confrontation. Both teams had 9 games left in the regular season, with 2 matches scheduled for each before their anticipated clash at the Toyota Center in Houston. Regrettably for the Rockets, with each passing day, their situation deteriorated exponentially. Take, for instance, their matchup on March 31st against the Dallas Mavericks, where they faced a devastating defeat as Luka Doncic erupted for 47 points, abruptly halting their impressive 11-game winning streak. In contrast, the Warriors secured a victory against the San Antonio Spurs, extending their own win streak to 4 games. With this win, the Warriors surged ahead, now holding a 2-game lead over the Rockets. Then came April 2nd. On this pivotal day, the Rockets battled the Minnesota Timberwolves. Despite their efforts to claw back into the game and narrow the gap to just 1 point late in the fourth quarter, their hopes were crushed when Anthony Edwards emerged as the hero with some late-game brilliance.
Here's Edwards down the lane. The hammer!
Meanwhile, on the same eventful day, the Warriors clinched a hard-fought victory against the Dallas Mavericks.
And that's it. And Golden State will win it.
With this triumph, their winning streak extended to an impressive 5 games, widening the gap to a substantial 3 full games ahead of the Rockets. This set the stage for what many considered the most anticipated showdown of the month. NBA fans across the world understood the gravity of the situation, and for those who needed a reminder, Draymond Green made sure to emphasize the importance on his podcast.
The Rockets coming out to play. They have lost a couple in a row, and you're 3 games behind with 7 games left, and you're losing the tiebreaker. So 4 games behind in a sense with 7 to go. My math serves me correctly. Tomorrow will be an opportunity to end their season.
This wasn't a rivalry by any stretch, but it certainly wasn't an ordinary regular season matchup either. For the Rockets, a loss would magnify the embarrassment of their Instagram challenge, making it one of the season's most humiliating moments. And as for the Warriors, a defeat would dent their reputation slightly. NBA fans worldwide were likely glued to their screens for this game. Moreover, a whopping 18,000 Rockets fans packed the Toyota Center, fully aware that they were witnessing the team's most meaningful game of the season. Tari Eason and the Rockets had issued the challenge to the Warriors, and now they found themselves face-to-face with them. What would soon transpire should serve as a cautionary tale for all teams, that challenging the Warriors is rarely a wise move as it unleashes their full potential.
Play. That's a one-man fast break for 3.
All season long, inconsistency plagued the Warriors. There were times when Klay Thompson would shine, but Steph Curry wouldn't, and vice versa. There were also times when the bench would deliver, yet the starters would struggle to find their rhythm, and vice versa. You get the point. Inconsistency remained a constant challenge for the team all season. However, in this game, everyone on the Warriors showed up and brought their A game. Steph was playing as if it were 2016 again.
Warriors!
Klay, on the other hand, was playing as if it were Game 6.
Come out to play!
The role players were playing like stars in their roles. Overall, from what I saw, this wasn't a contest. This was a one-sided bloodbath.
Come out to play!
For 4 consecutive quarters from start to finish, the Warriors completely abused the Rockets on their home turf.
Play to Trace. That is executed incredibly well.
The end result was an astounding 133-110 victory for Golden State, and overall, it was a pretty sad day for the Rockets.
Either look soft or scared.
After the game, NBA fans worldwide took to the internet to voice their opinions on this. They didn't learn anything at all from the Grizzlies, laughing emoji. Boy, Warriors indeed really came out to play. And Klay looking at Tari Eason after every shot, laughing emoji. I'm certain Tari Eason will never forget this day, as it's likely the most humiliating moment of his career. To put it bluntly, he had dared to publicly challenge the Warriors, only to witness this team being thoroughly defeated for an entire 48 minutes, which concluded with a humiliating loss. To add insult to injury, he even had the audacity to create a custom t-shirt mocking the Warriors. As of today, they've dropped their 5th consecutive game, and following another scorching display by Luka and Kyrie, they've been officially eliminated from playoff contention.
Back to Luka, sidestep screen, three ball, yeah, baby, Dallas leads it.
Sheesh, guys. Within the span of just a week, the Rockets plummeted from a staggering 11-game winning streak and daringly calling out the Warriors to suffering a crushing 5-game losing streak and being officially eliminated from playoff contention. Ladies and gentlemen, it's difficult to imagine a more embarrassing scenario than this. After the game, Steph Curry was spotted with bottles on his fingers, initially leaving me puzzled about his actions. However, I later discovered he was reenacting a scene from a movie.
Warriors, come out to play.
Man, this whole Warriors-Rockets ordeal was nuts. But you know what's even wilder? There's been some seriously insane stuff going on this season in 2024, and some of it is just mind-blowingly crazy. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, then be sure to click on this video right here, right away.